Okay, so you might be wondering, what is wrong with you, Caleb? And I'm not answering that. Instead, I'm going to be RLCraft without ever getting hit, without using any glitches, any seed, and in hardcore, which the hardcore part kind of is implied, but you know. If you haven't heard of RLCraft, it's Minecraft's most popular mod pack, and it's known for being pretty hardcore. It's not uncommon for people to rage quit within the first 5 minutes, and even for people who've beaten the game, you'll probably find like 500 deaths in their statistics if it was their first time. So why would I even try this? Well, because a stupid comment got the idea stuck in my head. You see, I beat vanilla hardcore with 1 heart like a year ago, and then of course Pekek decided to comment, now do the same thing with RLCraft. To which I responded, no, because I'm not an idiot. And then I was an idiot. So here we are. But at the very least, I actually have an advantage on this because I started my channel as an RLCraft tutorial channel. And like, sometimes it got super in-depth. So I know a lot of random stuff about this mod pack. So I jumped right in. Whoa! Whoa! So I dug up out of the hole and then started looting the village for a bunch of stuff. And this is going to be the most tedious thing I've ever done. So I started attempt 2. Something I forgot to mention is that I'm doing this all in Shivaxi's hardcore config, which makes everything harder and XP is halved, and you can't make stone or wooden tools. I'm an idiot. I'm in hardcore config. I can't craft that. So might as well just go to the nether first, right? Nope. Actually, hold up. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this game. I just spawned everything in here. I'm so bad. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. I don't even remember what my goal was getting 30 netherrack, but it was probably cool. The whole reason I even went into the nether is because I wanted nether wart. So I just made a nether portal farm that spawned mobs that would just drop nether wart for me. Ah, that could have been bad. I almost just instantly died trying to purify water. Another thing that I should mention about RLCraft specifically, Storm, is that some mobs are called infernal mobs, and they get a bunch of random abilities and could end my run if I'm not paying attention. For example, this mob has Storm and 1-up, which makes so if it's aggroing me, a lightning bolt will strike me randomly unless I have a block above my head, and it also gets 2 lives. It said 1-up. Why did it not level? Okay. At level 5, you get a choice between XP bonus, mob drops. I ended up leaving the portal because it was super out in the open and the mobs I wanted weren't spawning. So I just went exploring for a better spot. Illegal. We don't get those. Please don't have any mobs around here. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Stay back. No, no, no. Boys. This probably seems pretty hopeless, and honestly it felt pretty hopeless, but I had a plan. Basically, my strategy is like this. Gain access to crafting, gather a bunch of ingredients for potions, use the invisibility potions to reduce the risk while I loot and explore, make a mob farm for blaze rods, kill pixies for flight potions, use invis and flight to get the remaining ender pearls, and craft the eyes, find the stronghold, and beat the dragon. There wasn't really much steps to this strategy compared to my hardcore world, so the hope was that I'd be able to beat this in just a few hours. But as the game would prove, surviving for just a few minutes was already hard. You know what? We'll take it. Best spawn. These XP tomes give you so much free XP if you can find them. We have 18 levels. I use these levels so I can level up my attack to level 8 and use iron weapons. So I basically wasted my levels. You know, it'd be the perfect end to this run. As soon as I said that. Mobs can spawn from like any plant you break in this mod, or you mine. Oh wait, good spawn actually. Is that? We need that. I have no way of looting it. So I just kept exploring and looting. Eventually, I came across another portal and took a big risk for potion ingredients. I don't care. Grab. No! Just ignore that happened. I know this will work. We're gone. We're gone. So I resorted to mob drops since I didn't find any nether wart. Get over here, bro. Ooh.
No, he didn't drop any nether wart. I'm gonna run out of water before I see more.
Now might be a good time to mention, but Grim Reapers can spawn from your bed sometimes if you try and sleep. This time I tried changing things up by using a new agility skill I learned.
We got lag.
Okay, no more dodge.
Watermelon. Comical to see 100 damage from falling 4 blocks. What? Watermelon is getting another try.
Maybe world names do have power.
No! No! Okay, one more watermelon. 3rd edition. Ah! No! There's a dragon. No, bro! Watermelon is cursed. Please not on hardcore. No more. Try speedrun for survival mode, Caleb. You don't even know who I am. I cast thee out. What in the wiggly mushroom? I love how the crafting table leaves stuff in. Otherwise I'd just be like screwed. Why? Bro, why aren't you in hardcore?
Man, I love wasting progress.
I know. Why did... Walter Pumpkin. Watermelon! If you keep creating enough, eventually you'll get a good world. Easy game, easy game, easy game. Easy game. We asked the question again. What do we use our XP on? I think definitely agility too, because we have a lot of arrows. We'll just do attack.
I honestly don't know what my obsession was with attack.
Okay, we cannot lose this run. This is it. That right there has nether wart in it.
There's also a secret room in this structure with a ton of loot in it, so I was set for a while.
We are winning. We're winning.
Also, in RLCraft, you can brew potions in a cauldron just like you would in a brewing stand. It just only makes 2 potions instead of 3.
Okay, and now we do actual potions. Nether wart. Hey! 8-minute invisibility potions. Guys, we're gonna win.
So this was the first time invisibility was finally off the checklist. Time to see if it'll actually work.
It has blast off. Blast off will kill me. Ah! Back off. The reason that zombies saw me though is because the zombies are fat. Stop.
So I swear, the mobs don't actually see me. They're just randomly pathing out my door. After the potion ended, I went to compare XP on battle towers versus trading villagers. Then someone tried dissing on my villager noises.
Think these are worse than normal? Hard disagree. You simply just... You must know the ways of Leviosa. I think they're like one of the best additions, honestly. Hey, trade me paper. Yeah, I think battle towers are actually going to be the way to go. That didn't give us much. Okay, we're going this way. And we're going to get a dog army.
I guess this world's lucky because I found the structure with the free XP books again. I don't remember where I got all these bones, but might as well use them.
Dog army! Oh, no way! This is crazy! Actually? Oh my gosh. Guys, change of plans. We're upgrading brewing. Making me waste so many arrows. Nothing! No drop. What?! The dogs! The dogs! No!
I think that world was too lucky. That biome I just found was the rarest biome of the game, and I needed it. Well, we just reset. So you might have noticed I have green particles flying around me, and that's because I enabled a command that gives me Viral 10, which is the worst debuff in the game, all the time. It makes so any source of damage deals 11 times the damage to me, which just basically one-shots me from anything, because in RLCraft, 1 heart isn't really 1 heart because it's distributed among these 8 body parts, and sometimes I didn't die when I got hit, so I made the game hit me 10 more times.
No! I could get XP if I had... Aha! Oh, I'm stupid.
Bro, Did I just legit spawn in a flower forest?
Hey. Hey, nice.
I continued looting, got stuff for a farm, and got iron to make a saddle.
And that.
This time I was going to use a horse to explore, which would be much more convenient.
Oh! Sorry, horse. What did you do to the sheep wool?
So this is what happens when you get distracted from what you're doing like every other second. I found a Gorgon temple, and instead of ignoring it, I tried getting the Gorgon head.
Okay. Y'all, we got a Gorgon head. I don't know why we did that. That was not even worth it. I'm not even going to use this thing.
Okay, back to the actual game. I'm going to the Nether again.
Oh! We're good, we're good.
Just fighting an enemy with all this progress on the line and being able to get killed in one hit was definitely pretty nerve-wracking.
Spider eye. Ah! Nice. Nothing. Trash. We don't have sugarcane. I only have 1 golden carrot. But at least we have some invisibility. 2 potions.
And so I just ran around collecting resources after resources until eventually I had enough invisibility potions to take on another battle tower. And by take on, I mean just mine the spawners for XP.
What are you looking at? I got so scared there for a second. I think that's a sign to leave. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I finally used the netherrack for something and made a cinder farm, which yields blaze rods and a lot of XP. And I crafted some luck arrows, which were basically looting 3 arrows. The reason I crafted them is because sometimes when you kill elementals, it'll spawn a chaos elemental, which is called an Argus.
Here we go again. Hey, buddy.
And Arguses have ender pearls on their drop table.
Hey. It's worth it. It's worth.
This world was going by perfectly. There was nothing that could possibly go wrong at this point.
That's what I was scared about. Yeah, maybe we don't do hardcore config. Ah! Okay, yeah, we are not doing this in hardcore config. Ender Dragon, I think, is like 90% guaranteed death with the infernal stuff.
I didn't realize that the Ender Dragon in hardcore config would have random effects on it, half of which can deal damage to you, which means death in my case. And I wasn't about to beat the game just for a 50-50, so from here on I switched back to normal hardcore RLCraft, not the hardcore config. But that basically only affected XP rates and the dragon. I guess the rest was the same.
We don't need to reset. Quick look around. One spores. Leave! Oh my gosh! No, what?
My portal just bugged and spawned me underground.
Yeah. Oh. We got another warp.
Back to collecting resources, but one thing I did find out is charcoal blocks burn forever just like netherrack. So I ended up making my cinder farm a lot earlier than usual. I also blocked all spawnable surfaces in here with buttons just so the Argus couldn't actually like spawn in here and kill me. I needed spider eyes and some more octane in this gameplay, so I went and beat up some spiders.
Whoa!
And just like that, I was back to level 16 magic, which meant Eyes of Ender again. But I couldn't get Arguses to spawn, and Ender Pearls were kind of a problem this time around, so I built up to the top of a battle tower and looted the chest without ever touching it, because if I touched it, the boss would get mad and insta-kill me. I got really lucky, and the cartographer traded me a map to a flower forest, which meant I was just a few steps away from getting flight potions. I followed the map, murdered some pixies, and finally set my hands on flight. The unfortunate thing was, though, I didn't plant my bone spores, and bone spores took forever to grow, so I was pretty limited on how many flight potions I could craft. But regardless, I wanted to use them, so I drank one and started exploring. I accidentally messed up my battle tower cheese and almost died. I used the loot to craft a crossbow to fight the dragon, and I got 6 pearls. 6 pearls for 1 flight potion was definitely a trade I was happy with. When I enchanted the crossbow, I got really lucky with the enchantments and got infinity, so I was pretty much completely set to fight the dragon this time for real. After crafting the rest of my potions, I set out to find the stronghold for the first time.
I think I'm flying from here. You could not have done this to me.
I learned a very valuable lesson. When you dismount a horse on this version, you always go off on the right side. That's so stupid. And so I had to restart again. I'm so glad I like RLCraft.
GG. It put me in the lava. Bro, aren't you tired of this? No, this is fun. Okay, here's what we'll do. If we don't get this parrot. You guys want to see some cheaty speedrunner tech? Oh! Okay. Looks like I'm forced to go through Dark Oak. If I die, it's Shivaxi's fault. Yeah, destroy. Destroy, dragon. I'll be right over here. Doing nothing. Oh! Invisibility cake! Guys, I don't know. I missed. No!
So if there's one thing to be learned in all these deaths, I found out that cake can give you random buffs, like invisibility for 4 minutes.
Well, here we go. Again? Why do I keep getting Nether Fortress spawns?
One thing that is good to know though is that there are some mobs that can see through invisibility, and the worst ones spawn in the forest and in the nether.
I'm dead, I'm dead. Dang it! Hello, little boy. I can grab it, right? I can like pick it up. Guys, what did I? You can't. I did it wrong. Alright, guys. If I die to a killer bunny, it's fine. Oh! Yes! I love the holy hand grenade. I don't care for redstone contraptions. I'm gonna say that world is bugged. Why am I not dead yet?
I was just in the nether for like a couple minutes and nothing attacked me. That was weird. Maybe this world is lucky. And so finally, after all of these deaths, I ended up on attempt 75.
I could take a horse right off the bat.
Punching horses actually shows how fast they move.
Oh, nice horse. Ooh, nice.
I found a waystone pretty quick, which functioned as a teleporter if I ever needed it, which was really useful for travel and despawning mobs.
Hey, here we go.
The first thing I always do in villages like this is grab the wood, since you can skip the whole like flint era, but then also mine the rails, because the combination of cobwebs, dark spaces, and rails, just how banshees spawn, and I'm not about to have a mob go through a wall and beat me up again. I had basically infinite wood, so I grabbed some cobblestone and made stone tools before looting the rest of the village. A lot of houses have hidden armor stands in them, and in RLCraft, you can smelt armor into ingots. So while mining in RLCraft was basically like a death sentence, there was always another way to get the materials you were looking for.
Invisibility cake.
I got a cauldron for practically infinite pure water later, and also found a crate, which was like a tiny shulker box. Oh, I almost fell to my death. I used a keybind to teleport the horse I tamed earlier to me, which is also a nice mod in this. And wow, this looks stupid. And so I explored, and explored, and explored. And eventually I decided I was just gonna make an atlas, which was like the best map you've ever seen in Minecraft.
Dang it. Hey, okay. This seems really far away though. Do you guys think I should try for this?
Throughout the course of building this portal, I was looking out for mobs because there are flying mobs that can spawn out of the lava. And after I finished it, I got rid of the rest of the lava.
Okay. I don't know, I feel like my potion's gonna be halfway out by the time I get here though, it's the only problem. Oh my gosh.
So this is something I haven't encountered in like every other world. But sometimes blood moons happen, and I don't think I need to explain why that's bad.
My horse is gone, guys.
I really tried saving my horse by despawning the mobs, but then I realized I just put all of my villagers in danger.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Guys, I'm stupid. No! I was trying to save my horse. We don't have flint? I couldn't even light the portal if I wanted to. There's a lot of bad things up there right now. Oh, sorry, villagers. Okay, so you do this, right? Then you go. I don't have flint and steel. I still can't do it. Is this No, that's not. Wait, is it accurate?
I guess you don't even have to craft a clock to see what time it is.
It's accurate. Okay, Pog. Okay, let's put this down here for now. Guys, we don't have a horse.
I also still didn't have flint and steel, so I just made some gravel and I got some flint.
Go. Bad spawn. Good spawn. I don't think I make it out. No, we do make it out. Pog? Oh, wait. Don't die from fire. Pog? Okay, what do we get? 23. Oh, I got soul sand. Okay, so what do I need? Flower forest now? Do I even have... No, I don't have carrots. I don't have half the things I need. I have an invisibility cake. I need a safe place so we don't fall off our horse. True.
That was probably like the best nether run I've ever
I'm gonna
had.
burn this baby down. We need carrot, and a spider eye, and sugarcane. So 4 out of 7.
So I got a horse and I started looking for those other materials.
Nope. I think I just about died to fall damage. Hey, dude, I really think that one world probably was bugged, honestly.
It's a curse in RLCraft that half of the villages have dragons next to them.
Garbage game. Never played a worse game. That's like RLCraft in a nutshell.
I once had a giant plant mob spawn out of sugarcane and kill me, so now I always mine it really far away.
I'm like deathly scared of sugarcane now. Oh, so the dragon's just on like one part of the village. The rest is like pretty safe, it seems. Hog. So I'm missing spider eyes. That's literally it.
Cheer 100, my sprinkler goes like this. And comes back like it's.
It's so dumb. Thank you, Dragworm. There's a spider spawner underground somewhere. Stop. Guys, oh my gosh, I need to not make that so cheap. I should make the, we'll bring this, leave that here, leave that here. And who's just redeeming all the guys?
Sometimes I regret the freedom I give my Twitch viewers. And sometimes I also forget to separate my audio channels when I'm recording 30 hours of footage.
Why did I eat? What did I eat for? Okay. That could have happened this whole time.
It's times like these when I remember just how fragile life is. So I made a new base. Not really because of that, but because there's mob spawners underneath this one. I used the invisibility cake in an attempt to get spider eyes from a battle tower, but there was a slight problem.
No spiders. I should have checked before I turned invisible.
And so I resorted to a scarier method of getting spiders, which were the spawners underneath my house. I also made sure that the killing blow was with a looting arrow. That way I could get the extra spider eyes. Oh! Purple flames means a blighted mob, which means super fast, lots of damage, and thorns. Basically just death.
We have invis. That took a while. It's too bad that that one village has a dragon spawn on it, and that other village has a dragon spawn on it. I think my only danger now is dragon spawns, random mob spawns in forests like this, and fall damage.
And you better bet I was really careful about fall damage. Well, at least I tried to be.
That was close.
It was now on to getting flight potions.
Oh! I need light. How did cobblestone light the lamps? They have redstone blocks underneath them. It's just, they're bugged. How did the cobblestone lit the lumps? Shut up. Here we go.
Stop.
Yes! I don't care what other trades you have. Woodlands? Flower forests. Heck yeah.
I didn't find any pixies in it, so I went really far away to try and despawn everything and then spawn them back in when I came back.
They're always baby.
Okay, so that didn't work. So I used a tip that I learned from Nischhelm, which is like RLCraft Speedrunner dude who's awesome, which was to tower really high and despawn all of the passive mobs like bats underground, since those apparently take up pixie spawn caps.
We're going down. Pixies! Ah! Wait, that was my last luck arrow I just wasted. There's a lot of pixies.
I found out later that luck arrows don't actually work on pixies.
Heck yes. Yeah, we're killing the other ones. Infinite flight potions as soon as I get high enough level to use them. Because I have like, what, 21 bone spores? No, what is happening?
I went back to the extra base I made that didn't have mob spawners underneath it, and I made a mob spawner in it. Well, I mean, a contained mob spawner, but functionally it was a mob spawner. And it actually gave me blaze rods, so it was cool. I also couldn't forget to cover up all the spawnable surfaces just in case an Argus spawned in here. And I placed doors and trap doors all over my base, just in case an Argus spawned in here. The thing about games like RLCraft is that a lot of people like to say stuff is all luck, but if there's a way to prevent a luck-based mechanic from killing you, then a lot of people are just coping because they can't admit they're bad.
2 blaze rods and enough levels, and I'm getting potions of flight. So we have that leveled. This, once this is level 8, then we can make potions of flight. Nice XP though. Oh wait, hold on. Guys, forgot to do that. It's fine.
I definitely didn't just forget to make so mobs give me more XP this entire time.
Blaze rod!
I needed more levels to even place the brewing stand, but the reason we were making it is because cauldrons can mostly only make vanilla potions. So the potion of flight needed a brewing stand to even be made.
Ah! Dude, they just insta came over here all of a sudden. Ah, shoot, dog. No, he's outside.
Moving on from that, I made an Umbrium crossbow since it was like iron, but it just had a lower level requirement to use. And then I mined a buttload of books for a bunch of extra XP. Finally, I placed the brewing stand and made some more invisibility potions. And then I killed cinders. And then I made flight potions. My first goal with both the flight and invisibility potions combined was to get more pixie dust because I want more flight potions.
Look at him. Look at all of these.
After getting more pixie dust, I realized I was just about where I was that one time where I fell off my horse and died.
I'm getting excited.
The last thing I needed was ender pearls, and since I wasn't getting a lot of Arguses to spawn, I resorted to looting the top floor of battle towers, since ender pearls usually spawn in those chests.
3 pearls.
While I was exploring for battle towers, I also took the ender pearls from these things in the ocean, because apparently you can just do that. And then I found a locked chest. Thankfully, you can unlock chests and it doesn't count as interacting with the chest for some reason.
I hate this.
So I made lockpicks to unlock the chest and then cheesed it just like every other chest. Kind of a funny thing to note is if I'm not keeping track of my flight timer, I'll just fall to my death. I continued searching, found some more XP tomes, kept searching, and after a long time of just exploring and looting and exploring, I finally got all the levels and pearls I needed to move on to the last stage of the game. But before that, I had to prepare. I enchanted my bow, I made TNT arrows to blow up the cage crystals, I made archery potions so that I did more damage with my bow, and then I finally went on the search for the stronghold. This time, not dying to my stupid horse.
Wait, what? This way? Stupid! Oh my gosh. Why? Why is this game so bad? Ah! It's always this, guys. It's always this. Why? Okay, do I just find a new one? I'm not doing this fortress.
So I went and I found a new one.
Entry stairs. No, it has Ghastly. That's so stupid. That would have been a very dumb death. Yeah, Ghastly Vengeance. I couldn't even kill it with a bow. That was a run slayer.
Vengeance is thorns and Ghastly shoots gas fireballs at you.
This game is stupid.
It was time for my first and hopefully last ever battle with the dragon without ever getting hurt.
Oh my gosh.
The TNT arrows worked perfectly to break all the caged crystals, and so all I had to do was break all the normal crystals while avoiding the dragon and also the mobs in here that can see through invisibility and fly, which thankfully there was only one. Also, since the end was so dark, a Gru could spawn on me and one-shot me if I didn't get in the light, so I also had to make sure that I landed sometimes and placed a torch.
GG. No! A train went through before I did. GG, oh my gosh. RLCraft is easy, Shavaxi, make this game harder.
Cheer 100 Pog, you are good at video games.
I've
also.
never played a
My
video
sprinkler
game.
goes like this.
What? Huh?
In the end, based on a technicality in the game's code, you can't actually get further than this hitless. But at the very least, I was happy that I was able to kill the dragon. I hope this video goes to show that even if you're not the best at something, you can still accomplish a lot with the right mindset. When it comes to hardcore games, I always try and give people who are new to the community the same advice. If you die, always blame yourself first, not the game or the dev. Because by defaulting to blaming yourself, typically you'll find that there's a lot of things you could do better. And the people that do so actually get better at games a lot faster. That's not to say that sometimes it really is the game's fault and RNG really screws you over, in which case it's totally viable to blame the dev, but that doesn't mean that there's not also something you can improve on. Basically what I'm saying is if you learn how to play a hardcore game, you'll be a better person IRL too. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I had a really fun time streaming this challenge, even though it was like over a year ago now. I'll leave a link to my streaming channel in the description, so if you do want to watch my future challenges live, you can. And also the Discord will be linked in the description, so anyone who wants to join the community can, since that's actually where I got the fan art shown, and also where I take suggestions for future challenges. Wait, I never actually died, did I? Okay, well, I guess I'll use all my levels to make my bow better, and then I'll fight this extra boss. No!